Everybody, Brandon Lee, and welcome back as we go through the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. These are my few-minute summaries of each of the laws and just talking about them, adding them on my blog, and they'll be in various parts of my website. But today we get to talk about the law of reflection. The subtitle is Learning to Pause allows growth to catch up with you. And as that sounds, this entire chapter, the law, is about taking time to reflect. Sounds simple enough, but how do we reflect? Are we intentional in our reflection? And what are the things that we're reflecting upon that are going to help add value or help us move our life forward into the future? The reflection part, taking time to reflect, is what turns our life situations into life-changing opportunities. I don't know if you're like me, but I get busy. I've had very busy seasons in my life between work and kids and family and volunteer work. It just seems like, you blink your eyes and 3-4 months have gone by. And you're like, man, where did the time go? And it seems that the older I get, the faster time goes, and my kids are getting bigger, and you look back and go, what happened to the time? So the law of reflection is about creating a strategy to not only take the time to reflect, but to reflect on the right things for you. So I like to use this as an opportunity to reflect on positive forward-looking as well as backward-looking to see what I can learn from it. So looking backwards, as I said before, it's using life experience and turning them into big growth opportunities. What happened? How did I show up? What did I do well? Where are areas that I'd like to improve? What would I want to do next time in this situation? And then looking at some of the details, what emotions were driving my decisions? Things like that. And the book does a great job of walking you through that. I'm sorry I made that very personal. I've actually been really deep diving into this chapter for myself before I did this in developing some new reflection strategies. But what I really enjoy about this is it helps you develop the right questions to ask yourself in order to build personalized strategies just for you and how you reflect and what you want to reflect upon. So it's looking at your emotions, it's looking at your actions, it's looking at what drove your actions in certain things, and then planning and preparing for doing it differently, better, more growth-oriented in the future. So, hey, that's a law of reflection in the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. I hope this served you well. What I would say is, as you know, I always leave kind of a little to-do or a little homework at the end, is just take time today, even if it's just 5 minutes, and think about when was the last time you took intentional time to reflect on you and where you're going and what you're doing with your life, and what value came out of that. I think one of the motivating factors with taking time to reflect is when we realize the power it has had in the past. Take a look at when you've probably done this before, where you were intentional and you say, hey, I'm going to take a half day off and just think, or I'm going to take a couple hours and turn everything off and just think. What outcome came of that? What value was added to your life at those times? How positive was that for you? And use that as part of motivation to do that more often into your life. So again, it's the Law of Reflection and John Maxwell's 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. I'm Brandon Lee. Thank you for your time. I hope this served you well, and I'll see you next time.